Revolving naturally, the universe, the sun, and the earth are the three main parts which constitute the scenes of flourishing life for all beings. At the beginning of the universe, a dynamic environment nourished and created all beings, thus generating the yin and yang seedlings and more than 100 kinds of elements. They gathered into a chaotic state, and then all the stars in the universe revolved in clusters. The yin and yang particles came across with one another and formed a big bang, resulting in many small yin and yang fireballs in a state of combustion in the universe. Many small fireballs attracted to one another and converged into a giant yin-yang fire cluster, which continued to burn and rotate counterclockwise. As the sublime giant yin-yang fire clusters burned by themselves, the yang fire was so intense that it edged the weaker yin fire away from the fire cluster to burn discreetly and spun counterclockwise. While the yin fire was millions of miles away, the yang fire cluster was reborn as the sublime sun and continued to burn and rotate counterclockwise. After being squeezed out, the yin fire cluster came to rest about 120 million kilometers away from the sun and continued to burn and rotate counterclockwise. Subject to a triple effect of counterclockwise rotation, heat absorption, and attraction between similar materials, the yin fire cluster congregated the yin and yang particles and more than 100 kinds of elements in the universe and melted them into magma. Just as birds of a feather flock together, more than 100 kinds of essential elements in the magma, congregated by magnetic attraction, and elements with similar nature, were clustered as a mass. The yin fire vault generated by the yin fire cluster continued to absorb magma and solar energy until explosion as a result of airburst effect, thus pushing various element clusters out of the magma layer and piling them up into mountains. Meanwhile, the yin fire cluster swirled around comets and formed oceans, giving birth to the yin and yang living beings. Therefore, the Earth had been born ever since and rotates counterclockwise. Up to now, the sun still delivers energy all the time, guiding the Earth to rotate counterclockwise.